Today is February 16, 2022. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is Pro-Life Week. Well, basically two things on today's program. The first is coming from Washington, D.C. Last Friday, the House Judiciary Committee Chairman, Jerry Nadler of New York, wrote a letter to Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, which is now called Meta. And in his letter, he's asking why Facebook has not removed certain pro-life ads that he now finds objectionable. So what is so wrong with these ads? He's upset, Van Nadler's upset, that Facebook has accepted abortion pill reversal ads, which he claims is a flawed theory. So what is chemical abortion? Now we know what surgical abortion is, but chemical abortions is becoming more and more common in the abortion industry. And it requires taking two drugs over a 1 or 2 day period. The first drug, mifepristone, is taken, which competes with the woman's natural hormone, progesterone. It begins the process of shutting down the baby's life support system. And it says, in essence, the woman's body receives the message that she is not even pregnant. And it initiates the menstrual cycle to begin, thus basically killing the child. Then within 24 to 48 hours, she'll take a second pill, which is a prostaglandin called misoprostol, or Prostol, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Taken between that 24 to 48 hour period, it initiates powerful uterine contractions to expel the now most likely a dead baby. But what if the woman has a change of heart after taking the first pill and before taking the second pill? Some pro-life scientists in the last decade, really, have researched this topic, and they have concluded that if the woman receives huge doses of progesterone after taking that first pill, it can outcompete the first drug and can basically allow the woman to resume her pregnancy. As long as she doesn't take the second pill, there's a chance that she can save her pregnancy, save her baby, and continue on and have a normal pregnancy and a normal birth. Now, I'm not saying that every woman who changes her mind and stops and goes through that pill reversal can save her baby. I'm not saying it's 100% a guarantee. But Carol Tobias, the president of the National Right to Life Committee, said that over 3,000 babies have been saved by using the abortion pill reversal process, which is a wonderful and good thing. And I find it just ironic or hypocritical, maybe that's a better word, that the very people who claim to be so pro-choice, my body, my right, when it comes to abortion, these are the same people who want to impose vaccine mandates and mask mandates when it comes to COVID. A person could lose his or her job if they don't have a vaccine or if they don't want to wear a mask. Kids are in school all day long with masks on, and it's, according to that Johns Hopkins study of about 2 weeks ago, it's proven that the masks don't do anything to protect a person from COVID. So it is sheer hypocrisy to demand conformity when it comes to vaccines and masks. But then when a woman wants to use her freedom of choice and stop taking the second pill and seeking this pill reversal by taking these large doses of progesterone, Somehow, that is anti-science. That is wrong. Well, let's face it, these people have an agenda, and their agenda is no apologies, abortion on demand, all 9 months, no exceptions, no restrictions. And that's just the way it is for that pro-abortion mindset. Okay. The second item comes from actually from two different states. The first is just yesterday, the Arizona State Senate voted to approve a bill that would ban abortions after the 15th week of pregnancy. A bill crafted almost identically to the Mississippi bill that is currently before the Supreme Court in the Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health decision or case. And unfortunately, the vote was along party lines. All the pro-life Republicans voted yes for the bill, and all the pro-abortion Democrats voted no for that 15-week abortion ban. Unfortunately, that's pretty predictable. Also, yesterday, the West Virginia State House, not the Senate, but the State House, voted 81 to 18 for a similar 15-week abortion ban. 81 to 18. That is a staggering, overwhelming number. And that tells me two things. Well, it tells me that West Virginia is filled with a huge number of pro-life legislators. And two, it tells me that these pro-abortion cases like Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey do not constitute settled law. Abortion is not a settled law case in American jurisprudence. I mean, when I think of settled law, I think of Brown versus Board of Education that overturned Plessy and ruled that segregation was constitutional. Nobody questions the Brown decision, that it's not settled law. No one questions that. But millions and millions of Americans have questioned Roe v. Wade's legitimacy and have said it is not settled law. Millions and millions of Americans do not support it and have been actively fighting it for the last 50 years or 49 years. So thank God for West Virginia. Thank God for Arizona. And I understand that Florida will be the third state. Very soon they're going to be introducing a similar 15-week ban. And I know the Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida is pushing that very strongly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Texas does that as well. So the 15-week ban is progressing nicely, and we'll know in a few months if the Supreme Court actually gives its approval for that Dobbs case. Regarding the Michigan's pro-abortion referendum that would basically guarantee abortion through all 9 months of pregnancy, the wording on the actual ballot has not been finalized yet, but that will probably be coming in the next week or two, maybe even less than that. So I do think it's coming, and I do know that the pro-life forces in Michigan will be fighting a two-pronged battle. The first will be the simple message, don't sign it, just don't sign the petition. And if that were to fail, then we fight the actual ballot referendum in November. And both are going to require a certain amount of money, actually a lot of money, because we have to believe that the pro-abortion side is well-oiled, well-financed with, perhaps that George Soros kinds of money that would give it like an unlimited supply of resources. So we have to fight this, and we have to fight it with our voice, with our pen, and with our pocketbook. So, and I'll be talking more about that as as more things come regarding the Board of Canvassers and actual wording. But with that, I'll let you go. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.